Here are 10 tricks for the Peacekeeper in Apex Legends. Trick number 1. Now obviously you can't just walk up to an enemy and shoot him directly in the face. Gain 110 damage just like that. But if you want to cause a lot of damage and break their shields, you can do this. You can do a sliding maneuver from one of the sides and shoot him from the side. And as you can see, I practically broke their shields. His shields are now a one-shot. And like I said, you can do this from any angle. You can do it from the left, and you can do it from the right. Or even behind the enemy. All you have to do is slide and jump and turn about a 90-degree angle, shoot them before you fall. Trick number 2. Unless you're guaranteed a shot in close combat, I do not recommend using your sights, because almost all the time you will miss. If you were to do in close range combat and medium range combat, without using your scope, more likely to hit more shots, do more damage. Trick number 3. For an attack from above, I recommend you trying to make a headshot, because that's where you'll get the most damage. Just like this. See right there? Almost broke all of his shields, because the head is the most weakest spot. And you're more likely to hit that target from above. Trick number 4. Because the Peacekeeper's shots are in the shape of a star, I want to try to make sure that your shots are more localized, or more concentrated. Because if you were to shoot, say, from the left, you were to get 9 shot. The same would happen if you were to shoot from the right. What you do want to do is you want to try to make sure that your cursor is on the enemy. So you know that you got a fair shot. Just like this. See? I struck a 27, which isn't a 50, but it's also not a 9. Now, the damage will vary, but I guarantee you'll not get a 9 if you use this technique. Trick number 5. Now, this one only works with Bangalore and a golden optic. Now, what I see most of the time when I play Apex matches is that a lot of new people, they will go into Bangalore smoke thinking that they will be safe and hidden from the enemy. I'm guessing that a lot of them don't know about the digi threat. I know I said don't use any optics or whatnot, but this is the one exception, because this works really well if you're Bangalore and you have smoke. If you don't have it, just stick with no optic or lower form of optic, like blue or gray. But how this works is if an enemy or you were to pop smoke as Bangalore, if they were to run into it thinking they were safe, you'd still be able to see them. Now, I can't guarantee that everyone is going to be like this. Obviously, there are some people that know a lot more about the game. But if you're lucky enough, you can pop some kills from an enemy that can't see you. Trick number 6. Now, I just recently figured this out. You can actually get some damage off the enemy's feet. Cap's about around 50. And this is with any weapon. But with the Peacekeeper, that's how much damage you can get. I think it's pretty useful. If you were to rush into combat, look down, get some easy damage off the enemy. It won't be a shield breaker moment, but it'll definitely get about a third of it away. And you could probably do this with any optic, if you chose to, and any type of movement towards the enemy. But I thought I just mentioned this way of taking a third of the enemy's shield away. Trick number 7. Even though the Peacekeeper is a shotgun, it can be treated as a sniper weapon. You don't need no optic, you don't need any attachments to it. If you just aim at an enemy that is either AFK or searching a loot box. Now, don't get me wrong, you could do this to an enemy that is moving, but it'd still be a lot harder, and you would risk exposing yourself to that person. Here's an example of them looting a box or just stand still for a couple of moments. If you get about as accurate as you can with a headshot, you should be able to do about somewhere from 60 to 80 damage. Let me show you. You'll have to stand about, I'd say, this distance away from the enemy to get that damage. Yeah, see? About 70 damage, which is about almost 2/3 of the enemy's shields. Trick number 7. Now, here's another cool trick you can do. If you were to find like a ledge or wall of some sort and the enemy was right above it, you could climb it, bounce back, and get some shots on the enemy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was about 70 damage. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, so about 70 damage you can get from that if you're in that proximity of the enemy, which I do recommend you doing, because if you did it farther away, you'd only alert yourself and just spoil the game for you and your teammates, in my opinion. That's a really handy trick if you're to sneak up on your enemies and you kind of want to do it from below. Like if you're in a stuck position like this, which is a pretty horrible position, which I've been in before and I've never used this trick, but I definitely think it would be helpful. Trick number 8. If you want to put distance between you and your enemy, but you also want to do damage, here's a trick for you. Lock eyes with your enemy as soon as they approach you, jump back, and shoot at them. You should be guaranteed about 30 to 40 damage, 50 if you're lucky, but it's a good way of jumping back, because they're most likely going to shoot you when they approach you. When they come around the corner or come straight at you, you know. And when you jump back, that'll make them miss their shots, or at least a majority of them. And you can also lay damage on them while you're backing away. Trick number 9. Say you're getting chased by the enemy. You're in a really tough position, your teammates left. You know, you're in the worst position possible. Try hiding in the corner, alright? I know camping's not cool, but in this situation, you're gonna have to, basically, if you want to win the game. So, assume they're breaking in, and as soon as they walk in, lay it into them. Because they'll be unsuspecting you for being so aggressive. And you'll be able to lay a lot of damage into them. I think that's a really nifty trick. I only suggest you doing camping unless you absolutely need to, because it can get you banned, or, you know, you need to be really careful if you camp. So yeah, if you're in this situation ever, use a camping tactic. Well guys, that's the end of the video. I really hope it helped you all. I know that the Peacekeeper is one of the most iconic weapons in Apex, and I thought I'd just make a video about it. But, yeah. If you want me to make more content like this, please leave a like. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and, peace out.